Austin and Tangela too, and our host Vincent Van Dahl, and he brings it to ya. Creature features and all creatures and all creatures, and the creature gonna get you tonight. You better not turn out your bedroom light. He'll grab your head and give it such a bite. You may even die, just from a fright. You ain't nothing gonna be, baby. You ain't nothing gonna be alright. Cause the creature gonna get you, baby. Don't get you tonight.
Robots! I love them, and I would venture to guess that you do as well. I know Tangela loves robots, and I think if we were to someday have a robot which could replace some of the staff around the mansion, Mr. Livingston would love them as well.
I would use one to replace your carriage house mechanic, Pierre. That man is most peculiar.
He is. Welcome to Creature Features. I'm your host, Vincent. You've met my housemate, Tangela, and my houseman, Livingston. But let us set them aside for the moment and instead chat about tonight's movie, which is Tobor the Great from 1954. This is a fabulous film about a boy and his robot that precedes bloody Will Robinson on Lost in Space by a full decade. We think you'll thoroughly enjoy this forward-looking foray into futuristic technology and find yourself in envy at how truly brilliant and accurate their depiction of robotics happens to be compared to the current state of the art. What?
Nothing.
I think not, Tangela. She would like to demonstrate for you her Spot Robot Dog from Boston Dynamics, but I would prefer she does not. That toy of yours is both creepy and disturbing, not to mention that it frightens the cats, the dogs, and the entire household staff.
Amen.
Onward. Join us to watch this golden nugget of science fiction history from the 50s will be artist and designer Robert Reimers. He's worked on sets for haunted houses, he makes props, does cinema makeup, and is even working as a producer on a Hollywood movie. He'll show us some of his works, chime in about our film, and tell us about the upcoming Sinister CreatureCon, where you can meet him and many other mavens of the horror movie world. So don't go away, for it is to be another night of robot horror fright, right here on Creature Features. Stay tuned. You know, Robert, if our viewers were watching a different channel... Forget it. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, and how are you?
I don't know how to pronounce your last name.
It's Reimers.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
You know, I said that in the commencement, and, you know, I was thinking, what if it's pronounced a different way? You know? So, but I got it right. So you are a wizard, I think. That's, you know, all the things you do, and now I'm looking at the things you brought in, and I think you're a wizard.
I've been accused of such things.
Right. Or you're the guy on Walking Dead.
Ah.
You've been accused of that as well, I imagine.
Yes. He has a name.
What's his name?
I believe it's Jesus.
Oh, that's a good name. That's a common name. No. Anyways, welcome back to the show. We are going to watch Tobor the Great with Robert Reimers, he's going to show us some fantastic stuff. But you know quite a bit about this film and its making, and we're going to talk about that, and you're going to tell us about how smart you are on this film. But first, let's talk about what you do. Specifically, your main thing is making costumes. That's your top of your pyramid of things I do. Right?
Yes, I am. I essentially, I guess it would be called a fabricator. You know, because I'll do costumes, I'll do props, I do painting. I'll take random pieces of things, pull it apart.
That's not a fabricator. That's an artisan.
True.
You're an artisan.
Yeah.
You are like Michelangelo in modern times.
I'll take it.
Have you invented a flying machine yet?
That's classified.
All right. If he said no, I would have said he's no Michelangelo, but I bet he's got one. All right, so you take these things and you make new things, but you've done so much more. You do the haunted house, sets design.
Yep, I do a little bit of makeup work. I'm an actor. I do set building.
Right. Now, on the makeup, is it like glamour stuff like this, or is it like
No, it is
horror,
not.
chunks missing, bloody things?
Yeah, some people make people look fabulous. I make them look horrendous.
No, we need more people like this because, if everybody looked fabulous, then fabulous would not exist, right? You need horrendous. Without horrendous, there's no beauty, right?
You can't have one without the other.
Exactly. All right, what do you say we start this film? When we come back, we're going to take a look at one of your works.
Sounds good to me.
All right, off we go to Tobor the Great, 1954. Give it a chance. You'll like this film. Maybe. See you soon. Friends, don't forget we've got a second YouTube channel. It's at cfextras.com. You'll find all the extra stuff we create there, so don't miss out. Subscribe today. I just don't know. I think I need to start wearing a hat like you do, Robert. Oh my goodness! There's boobies on that thing. My goodness, you manufactured this.
I did.
And it's a headless thing, right?
For now.
No, so you typically would have like a fashion model wearing this, right?
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
No. What do you call it? Is it post-apocalyptic fashion show?
There are definitely elements that would have a very post-apocalyptic wasteland feeling to it because it's a lot of repurposed items.
You know some of those people.
Oh yeah.
What's it called? Wasteland Weekend?
Yep.
No, we've had them on the program before, and they've shown us things not quite as impressive as this. So you made this all by yourself in a week.
I could do it again in a week now that I know how it's made
after
together.
you collect all the parts,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, I'm looking at this and I'm wondering, some of this stuff looks familiar. How do you do this?
Well, if you take a closer look, you can see that it's made out of a lot of pieces. So,
Right.
This very center right here is just the bottom piece of a toy airplane. This is a mask in itself right down here.
Right.
These are layers of a storage bin container. This is part of a helmet, a baseball helmet. So you can take something like...
Oh, that's a bicycle helmet.
Yeah, it's a helmet.
Oh.
But if you cut it in half, you've got some fancy shoulder pads.
Shoulder pads. How wonderful.
Or pauldrons, one might say.
Is that what they call them?
Yes.
This is wonderful. And the tubing, I've seen this at Radio Shack before.
Yep.
No, maybe Home Depot. But I've never seen it in this nice bronze look. This is incredible. So somebody would wear this, and would it be painful to wear?
No, actually, because the base is something that I purchased, and it's very comfortable, and it's adjustable on the sides.
Nice.
And, the bolts I have are all safely secured and pointing outwards and then covered up.
One would hope.
Yes, one would hope.
Right. So this is obviously on a mannequin without a head.
Mm-hmm.
If this was on an actual human with a head, would there be like a chapeau of some kind?
Yes, actually, this is a repurposed version of an old costume where it was a full suit. It was a full spider.
Right.
And so I had spider legs coming out of the back.
Oh, well, on the head?
Coming out of the back above the head.
Oh,
and then I
right.
had a spider alien mask with
Oh, that
some
would seem
dreadlocks and
appropriate.
stuff hanging off of
Yeah,
it. And,
right.
and he also had some very extended fingers that were articulated.
Oh, I've seen that. Tangela has a pair of those.
Ah, yes.
Those are creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right, I'm getting the signal. We got to get back to the show, but when we come back, we're going to take a look at something else, right?
Yes, we will.
All right, off we go. Back to Tobor the Great. The robot's coming. Don't get scared. Tangella, you've been looking for a new automobile. What about the Omega by Oldsmobile? It's only $2,700. $2,700 for it's a full-size car.
I don't think that company exists anymore.
Oldsmobile? Of course it
Oldsmobile.
does. Olds? It's not your daddy's old, so there's some kind of slogan like that. Anyways, welcome back to the show. Robert will be back soon. I think he went to get a thing. Right?
He has many things.
No. But he went to get a thing. So while he gets a thing, we will do something and read mail from you because you sent us mail. And if we don't read it, that would be stupid. Right?
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
All right. What do you got for me, Mr. Livingston?
We have a package from Garfield, Georgia.
Garfield, Georgia. There's such a place.
And there's a little something for her, I believe.
Oh, just give it to her. I don't want to see it. All right. This is... he put his address. Should I read that?
No.
All right.
We don't want him to be harassed.
Oh, look at this. It's a bat.
I believe
It's a bat. No, it's a bat bulldog. Right?
It's a gargoyle, I believe.
Is that a gargoyle? It looks like a bulldog to me. You know, I once had a bulldog, and his name was Bully.
It looks like a Frenchie.
No, Frenchies have that
wings.
sad puppy face. All right, this is from Seth Tarson, and he goes, Dear Vincent Tangella and Mr. Livingston, thought I'd send a few goodies. For Vincent, who seems to have a fascination with TV guides, here's my collection, all with covers and stores that are Star Trek based. Oh, there's another box. Look at this.
Ah, one of two. And these are the TV guides.
Show me one.
They're all tied together.
My goodness.
They're tied together.
Oh, look at this. Oh, that's a fine collection. And these are newer than mine.
This is Janeway.
Good Lord. Captain Janeway is on the cover of this one. Nice. Good. These are more current. I like that. All right. Perhaps the always elegant Mr. Livingston would like the rather nice ascot. That would be the ascot, right?
That would be the ascot.
Very nice. And in the other box for our lovely lady, there's a demon gargoyle plushie. Hope she doesn't already have this one. You have that one? No? All right. Well, thank you so much, Seth, and we hope things are absolutely wonderful in Garfield, Georgia. Next up, Mr. Livingston.
We have an email from Thomas Wersch.
Thomas Wersch. Our director. Tom, did you write a letter to us?
I did not.
Is this your dog?
I'm not into frou-frou dogs.
Oh, all right. It is kind of a frou-frou dog. Well, let's find out. Madam and Sir, love at first bite. It's interesting to figure out and to understand when and how certain ideas come to our mind. Most comes from movies and comics. We have to forget that we saw them when we were about 10 years old, earlier or later in our life. Thanks for your interest. Regards, Thomas Wersch. Oh, look, he uses an umlaut over his name.
Umlaut.
I'm sorry. Umlaut. And here's a picture of his dog, I presume. Well, so this is not our director, Tom Wersch. This is a different Tom Wersch. Spelled different, too, right? Right. And here's his dog. That's a cute dog, right? Nice dog. All right, next up, Mr. Livingston, is another box.
We have one more package.
Another
with
bloody
something
package.
for the
I'll
young
take
lady again, and that's for you.
All right. What's going to her? I hope it's not explosives this time.
Not this time.
All right. This comes from Jim McCracken. And that's a Kraken, right?
It's a Kraken.
Jim McCracken, a Kraken. Well done, Jim. Dear Vincent, Miss Livingston, and the ever-evil Tangella. Look at that face. She's not evil. She's slightly misunderstood. May this letter find you all in good health. Tangella, I hope this gift finds you as evil and devilish as ever. As a year-long watcher of your show, I notice your love of octopi. As it happens, my daughter's friend makes these super soft octopuses, whatever verbiage you prefer, so please enjoy this gift and all of its squishiness. That's homemade. That was made just for you. I wonder if maybe they put a little tag that says, to Tangella from Jim McCracken via his daughter's friend. We love the show and keep up the great work. I wear my Tangella t-shirt all the time, especially in public. You know, she bought me one of those for Christmas, and I refused to wear it. I use it to wipe the shower door in my room.
I wouldn't tell her that.
She likes it. A recommendation film, if I may be so bold, is Extra. I haven't seen it for a while, but I remember it being pretty good. You know, we get lots of recommendations on that film, so I think we have to get it, right?
I will attempt.
It's spelled XTRO, not EX. My sincerest wishes to your entire team for continued good health, Jim McCracken. Well, thank you, Jim. Make sure you guys tell us where you're from, because nobody told us where they're from tonight, except for, was it Seth?
Georgia, Seth.
Right. So when you write to us, tell us where you're from, because we like to look on the map and figure out whether we should keep Tangela away from that place, because who knows what kind of trouble she might cause there. Anyways, if you'd like to send us mail of your own, visit Hello Creature Features. That's a little web page where it tells you how to send us a package in the mail, how to send us an email, how to send us a large styrofoam skull if you're so inclined, or a llama.
Oh, dear.
No, I want a llama. The ears, the very nice ears, and you could ride them apparently. Well, not me, but she could ride it, right? Anyways, we'll be right back soon with Robert, but first let's get back to Tobor the Great.
This portion of Creature Features is brought to you by CreatureFeatureStore.com, the official merchandiser of Creature Feature accessories.
Welcome back to Creature Features. We are watching Tobor the Great with the great Robert Reimer, who makes stuff like this. This is fantastic. We're going to talk about that in a moment. But first, this film. So we finally get to see the robot, and you were telling me during the break that this was famous for another reason.
Yes, that's right. It was actually, the film inspired the comic book series Tobor the Great.
And typically that goes the other way around, does it not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that normally happens
first, and then the movie,
or it's the toy, and then the comic,
toy,
and then the movie.
Course. Yeah. Yes. All right, what is this crazy thing on my table?
Speaking of toys, this is actually made out of a bunch of different toys.
It looks like you use that technique you mentioned prior, but there's more electronics and cyberpunk.
Indeed.
This.
That's when I guess it would be more of a cyberpunk.
This is definitely more cyberpunk than the other one, which is post-apocalyptic punk, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know if there's much of a difference. No, the former, the post-apocalyptic punk is dirty, and cyberpunk is clean because they have those wipes in cyberpunk.
Indeed.
I think that's why. I don't know. I'm weird that way. So this thing, how long did it take you to build?
It took me a few months, actually, because it wasn't a straight design and then fabricating the pieces off the design. It was collecting pieces and then building it out of the pieces.
Because you need all the pieces. It's like a puzzle. You have to decide what goes where, what fits, and all this.
Yeah, and part of my work is I'll take objects of every day and take them apart and collect all those individual pieces. And
you must have a fabulous junk room.
I do.
I bet you do. No. Tangela has a junk room like that, but it's all filled with explosive supplies. So
those are the best.
I don't think she can make anything like this from explosive supplies. However, I think she should wear something like this as she makes explosives. It looks like a safety mask.
It's pretty sturdy. I've dropped it quite a few times, even intentionally, just to see, and it did not break.
So if somebody wants to see this in person, they can go to Sinister Creature Con, right?
That's right, June 22nd and 23rd.
Sinister Creature Con. You go to the website. It's a wonderful show. This is all horror, right? It's not. You're not going to meet Captain Picard at Sinister Creature Con for good reason, because he's not a horror guy. Whereas, who are you going to have this year? You've got.
We're going to have Felissa Rose, and we're going to have Farouja Balk.
She was in that film, Sleepaway Camp.
That's correct.
We showed Sleepaway Camp. Remember that one we showed, the creepy summer camp film? The star of that film is going to be at Sinister Creature Con. Who else?
Farouja Balk from The Craft.
I love her. Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what she was favorite for me was the Funny Guy movie. what's his face?
Was that Waterboy?
Yes. Yes, where she's at the window and she goes, do you want me to kill them?
Right.
No, that was wonderful. And then who else? You.
I'll be there. I'm
You'll
a
be
featured
there?
artist there. That's true.
Right.
Also, there will be Howard Berger will be there.
I don't know him.
He is very famous. He's a very lead effects person who's worked
I love his
on-
sandwiches, but I've never seen him on film.
Are you familiar with K&B Effects?
K&B Effects, no? What's that?
They worked on Evil Dead. They
Oh.
responsible for pretty much all of the zombie work in Walking
So he's
Dead.
a behind-the-camera guy.
He's an effects person. He's
Right,
behind the camera
all right,
guy.
that's
right.
why I don't
they do.
recognize his name.
Not only do they have celebrity actors, but they have makeup people. And
They're the more interesting ones.
They are. They're the creative ones.
No, the celebrities, they just sit there and go, look at me, would you like to buy a photo? Whereas this other bloke will tell you how he made a fake head explode. Right.
I would much rather listen about that.
That's right. All right, well, speaking of fake heads exploding, which this movie has none of, let's get back to Tobor the Great. And when we come back, we're going to see another interesting item from the Reimer collection. Don't go away. See you soon. Bye.
This is David from Brownsville, shouting out to my favorite show. Fantastic job presenting Cowgirls versus Pterodactyls. I don't know where you come up with this stuff, but please don't stop. Keep up the great work. You guys are amazing. Bless you all.
This one's different. I like it. We'll talk about that one in a moment. But first, the film, the robot. You were telling me during the break that there's some interesting info about this robot.
Yes, a lot of people think that it was made by the same guy that did Robbie the Robot.
Robert Kinoshita.
But it was actually done by the guy who did the robot in Day the Earth Stood Still.
Oh, no, I could see the similarity because it's all silver, right? That's a
Right.
silver look. And Robert Kinoshita didn't do, well, I suppose the Lost in Space robot, he did that one. But, you know, there's lots of color. And there's no color on Gort. And there's no color on Tobor. Yeah,
Right.
Tobor is robot spelled backwards.
It is. Who would have thought?
That's silly. No, now he sounds like a Lithuanian. Yeah, they could have just called him Robot, and now he sounds like a Lithuanian named Tobor. Makes no sense to me. All right, this one. This looks like pure battle action outfit.
It was. It was indeed. It was used in a movie, actually.
Now, but have you actually gone to war with this?
Well, some people would say being on set is war in itself, wouldn't it?
No, it smells like war. Right? And there's lots of crying and death.
Indeed.
But no, so what would you have on your head with this particular thing?
Well, actually, it was the helmet that we had in the last segment.
Oh, so with the light, the green light, you have the... No, that makes sense.
Yeah, and there's
That makes
a
sense.
bottom half to the whole costume as well.
Oh, no, pantaloons, trousers, briefs. You could make a kilt. It could be like a Scottish cyberpunk war thing. No, it's absolutely wonderful. It must be a bit warm though, right?
It was. It was.
Right,
I was wearing this on set.
You know, I think you should take that helmet that you showed us in the last segment and then put your hat, and that would be fantastic, would it not?
Would that make me a space cowboy?
No, it would make you one of those plague doctors, right? You look like a modern day plague doctor for a new kind of plague, I think. I could be wrong. Who knows? So we will see this at Sinister Creature Con as well.
You will. Yeah, it'll be on display. If
Very
you want to ask me
nice.
any questions about it and what exactly I used to make it,
Right.
I'm there to answer whatever
Right.
questions.
And maybe you'll be walking around the show wearing it as well at some point.
Maybe.
Never know. It's a surprise. It always is at Sinister Creature Con. All right. What do you say we get back to this film? And then when we come back, we need to talk about your website. So we'll do that. And as far as you guys go, don't go away. Movie's almost over. See you soon.
Hello, this is Mr. Livingston. It would appear I have been tasked with requesting you to help our show financially by visiting our Patreon page. Your generosity will help us keep Creature Features on the air. With only a few dollars a month from you, your kindness will allow us to continue creating new entertainment for your viewing pleasure each and every week. And if you have the desire to give more, you might even receive a gift from Tangela. I think not. Please visit the website below to learn more. Thank you.
This is so nice of you, Tangela. I couldn't wear makeup at my last job. Oh, ready? How do I get some?
Tonight we kill moose and squirrel. Hey, these sound like Boris and Natasha bad guys. Yeah. Well, they never actually say they're Russian, do they? Yeah. So they're supposed to be like far European, Eastern, right? Oh no, I think they're Lithuanians. No, name like Tobor. They're not Russian. So who knows? Anyway, maybe we'll figure it out at the end of the film. But so this guy, you tell me during the film, you actually won an award for this costume.
Yeah, so I wore the costume myself, and I had makeup on. It was had the teeth and eyes and green alien skin. And
well, who could turn that down, right?
Right, I thought it looked pretty good, and apparently so did the Thrills and Chills Film Awards, and I got Best Monster and Best Costume and Production Design.
Wow. And is this like an Academy Award that you keep on a shelf in your shop?
Well, I was presented with the graphic of the award itself.
Oh, that's close enough.
Yeah, so
like, it's easier to
print it out
store
yourself.
them that way.
Yes,
right?
much easier.
You put them in a photo album. These statues, they used to give me statues for doing music. It's like, well, where am I going to put this bloody thing? I have 4 of them in my loo. Yeah, up on the shelf next to the toilet paper. I just don't know where to put the thing. So I think it's easier to just pin them on a wall. So this thing is another thing we'll see at I can say it right soon, watch. Sinister Creature Con. And I understand there's 2 variants of this convention twice a year. This one coming up is Sinister Creature Con, and you say the one in October
is Sinister Halloween Con.
And it's still a Sinister Creature Con, but at Halloween time.
Pretty much, yeah. Right. And both conventions are very accepting, and they kind of encourage customers to come and cosplay. Right. And they even have cosplay competitions and makeup competitions as well.
As they should.
Yes. Very fabulous prizes.
So you do it in Sacramento, California, and it's at Scottish Rite.
It's at the Scottish Rite Center.
And this is a huge facility.
It's pretty big. It is very big.
I was surprised. I Google mapped this, and I thought, oh, it's going to be like a small place where, those guys with the fezzes have parties. And it's a huge facility, so it's a nice thing. It's in Sacramento. And the date on the next one is in October, before Halloween. So, go to Sinister Creature Con. You can see all the dates. You can see everything and get dates on this show and all that. It's going to be a fun show, is it not?
It is. It always is a fun show. I love coming back every year.
All right. Well, what do you say we wrap up this fun show? And when we come back, we're going to find out what you are doing next. All right, off we go to the end of Tobor the Great. Don't go away when the credits roll, because Tangela will be sitting here wondering where you went, and I won't know what to tell her. No, the other car's nicer than this one. You want a Rolls Royce? Wait a minute. This is not an automobile. This is a radio. She wants a radio instead of an automobile. No, you need an automobile. I'm sick of driving you from place to place. You need to learn to drive something other than a Harley Davidson motorcycle. Anyways, that is it for Tobor the Great. He goes into space. He does his mission to the galaxy, which is nice because robots should do that, right? Hey, why send people? You got to send oxygen. You need to send food. You need to send some way to process their manure, right? But instead, you send a robot up. None of these problems are there. Just a little bit of oil. Or not. I don't know. Anyways, what's next for you, Robert?
Well, what's next? Actually, my next costume is going to be a giant bat creature. That's really fun.
A giant bat creature?
Yes.
Now, is this going to be cyberpunk type thing or
no.
Organic?
Very organic.
Organic,
Yeah,
right.
cave dwelling.
Nice. What would you make the leatherette wings from?
Well, it's going to be a mutation, so it's going to be part bat, part dragon as well. And,
nice.
I'm going a little lower size on the wings, so
Right.
it's going to be a little more interior. So, and it's going to have big hooks instead of hands. I'm trying to
As it
remove the
should.
human element from it.
Right. And then will this just be attached to someone's arms, or will it be like mechanized?
It'll be a full suit, and the jaw will be mechanized, and
how
it'll
fun.
be actually for a haunted attraction. So the actor still has to be able to move around and
right.
not get hung up on doorways and things like that.
Right. How fantastic. And make sure that it gets the rabies shot too, because we don't want anybody getting rabies at a Halloween thing, right?
Right.
So if people want to learn more about you personally, where do we go?
You can go to robreimers.com.
robreimers.com, easy to remember, easy to spell, and then they can see other things you've made and see what's coming up.
That's
and
right.
where your next show is, right? Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thank you so much, Robert, for coming and showing us your wares. And next time you're in town, come see us. And as far as you guys go, thank you so much for staying up late and watching our silly little program and her shenanigans. But we hope we entertained you a little bit tonight. And if nothing else, don't forget, we love you, and we'll see you next week. So, Robert, I was thinking that if I were to make a quick appearance at this Sinister Creature Con with these makeup booths that they have, do you think one of them might be able to make me, like, lovely?
Nope.